Hello guys and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Legacy of Kain Defiance. I'm Cool Dragoon. In the last episode we began our journey with Kain here. We found a item that has increased the power of the Soul Reaver. Stop shooting at me. I didn't know I could break those. So we've been able to get past what they've called a blessed barrier. I'm trying to find my way around here without falling. Okay. Come on, there's gotta be something here. Nothing? This is what's down at the bottom. I am looking for shinies. Anybody see any shinies? I know the camera angle isn't great either. Doesn't look like there's anything down there, surprisingly enough. Nope. Nope. Always breaks stuff. There might be goodies inside. Alright, anything. Nothing. A checkpoint. Water. Jump point. I've seen that before from the, oops. There you go, from the last game. That's some really powerful telekinesis. Ah, another one. That's 3. I think I need 5. But that's the third one that we found. There we go. And a boot. Good. And more of these kind of telekinetic switches.
Yes, I understand. It will be done. The stage is set. You needn't linger in the shadows, Kain. It has been a long time, hasn't it?
No banter, Mobius. You know why I'm here.
Yes, Raziel. You sought to introduce your own pawn into this game, and now he's been swept from the board.
By your hand, I suspect. Where is he?
Perhaps you should ask, when? How humiliating it must be for you to come begging at my doorstep for us.
Enough wordplay.
Don't threaten me, Kain. You see, I have the upper hand. How remarkable that the great Kain should succumb to the scepter's power like any common vampire. Still so arrogant after all these years, thinking you've devised some brilliant plan. You know nothing. You have read the signs, but missed their meaning. You believe you are that myth of vampire prophecy, the scion of balance, and that Raziel holds the key to fulfilling your destiny. But your messianic delusions have blinded you to Raziel's true nature. You have no idea what you've unleashed. There was a time when you might have heeded wise counsel when it was offered. Now, your vanity has made you witless. You will have to learn the truth for yourself. You'll be needing this. Your strength will return after I have departed. But by then, you will have more urgent concerns than pursuing me. Perhaps, when we next meet, you will have learned a little humility.
I'm going to go on a limb and say not likely.
These strange creatures seem to manifest from the very shadows.
So we've seen creatures like this already in Soul Reaver 2. There they are.
Mobius's attempt at stopping me was not one of his better efforts. When I found him, it would be my turn to offer a few surprises.
The Underworld. Beginning of Raziel's story.
Surrender, Raziel. Abandon this petty rebellion. It was I who made you. Your life had played out, and in my grace, I spared you. You are my Reaper of Souls. You have no other purpose, no higher destiny. Just this. Accept your calling, Raziel. Let go of these vain hopes. Relinquish your will, and feed.
No.
What do you profit from this defiance?
There's some grim satisfaction in infuriating you.
My patience is eternal, Raziel. How many eons can you bear to languish here? The wheel of fate must turn. All are redeemed in the cleansing agony of birth, death, and rebirth. This is the engine of life, the purifying rhythm of the universe, to which all souls are irresistibly drawn. Yours is a necessary and noble function, Raziel.
Enough of your sermonizing. Are you trying to bore me into submission? Why must this game go on? We both know what you are. You're no better than the vampires you so despise. A voracious parasite, cloaking its appetite in a shroud of righteousness. I refuse to do your will.
I can see into your heart, Raziel. It is not your will, but cowardice that keeps you here.
How so?
You know what fate awaits you when you leave the underworld. That phantom weapon you bear is a constant reminder, isn't it? The sword is waiting for you out there somewhere, and you tarry so as not to meet it.
I could not deny it. As long as I lingered here, defying my captor, I was able to postpone what I feared was my inevitable doom. To become the ravenous spirit imprisoned in the Reaver Blade. But that sentence was no worse than the stalemate I now endured. Better to face one's destiny than cower from it.
Harvester of souls, I created you. And to this function, my angel of death, you will return.
Enough. Yes, I submit.
Very good. Indulge your hunger. Yes, embrace your calling, Raziel. You will find that just as defiance has its price, so obedience has its rewards.
And submission is not always what it seems.
Okay, so now we get to play as Raziel again, here in the Underworld. Most of his controls are the same as Kain. The only major difference that they've made, if you kind of notice, is his actual glide isn't exactly the same as it has been in the previous games. In the previous games, when he glides, he's standing upright with his wings, holding onto his wings. This one, he looks more kind of, he's prostrated out. You can kind of see there, his legs are behind his head instead of underneath. But that's only the real difference, I'd say, that they've kind of made. Another one that we'll get to later involves the Soul
Below me
Reaper.
swirled an ominous-looking mist. I knew that if I fell, it would mean my peril.
Whee!
Do you believe your worthiness is so easily proved? Your way is sealed until you have offered further evidence of your obedience.
I must feed you before I depart this place.
You must feed yourself, Raziel.
The wheel must turn.
Ah, now you understand.
You see there, I take one soul, one of those closes. So I have to get that many souls before he'll let me out of here. Let's try to remember where they all are. Can I get you from here? There we go. But, did I already get that one? Come here.
You may go, but remember, you are mine. You can no more escape from me than you can escape yourself.
So this game we get a much, I'd say, different view of the Elder God than we've seen. In the first Soul Reaver game, if you guys remember, he was there in that one chamber, but we only really kind of saw him like along the walls as kind of the octopus or squid-like tentacles. The second one we saw him a little bit differently. He was the kind of crawling his way through the base chamber of the pillars, but now we kind of see him as everywhere, and he's got these eyes. Now we get combat. Raziel's combat's very similar to...
You want this room cleared of its vermin.
If you wish to leave it.
Your will be done.
My good servant.
One of the things that I've enjoyed about this game, especially when you compare it to the especially when you sit back and you compare it to, at least in my personal opinion, to the other games that Raziel's been in, is the Soul Reaver itself that he wields. In the first Soul Reaver game, it was just kind of, like, oh, that's right, I don't have to do that now. The first Soul Reaver game, it was just kind of like a thing, came out of his arm, and like the second one, it was very similar. But, come on. There we go.
You see?
There we go. There
Obedience
we
brings
go.
prompt reward.
But for this game, one of the things I've always liked is that the Wraith Reaver, Spirit Reaver, however you want to say it, basically the Reaver that Raziel wields, is basically, it looks like just a Wraith version of the actual sword itself. I apologize if you guys can hear my roommates in the background. they say.
Where do you think you're going, little soul?
I think I'm getting out of here.
You can't escape.
So right here, we're already kind of seeing a difference. Can I get to? Yep, there we go.
Raziel.
This is one of the other major differences, I'd say, in this game compared to the other ones. If you guys remember the very first... Whoop, nope. Oops. I didn't get high enough. If you guys remember... That wasn't me. If you guys remember, in the very first Soul Reaver game, when we first get the ability to climb, one of the things that we are told straight off the bat is you can only climb in the material world, not in the underworld, because the walls of the underworld are too ethereal.
Run faster.
They couldn't, they would not be able to hold you. But here, we can see now that even though we're still in the underworld, we're able to climb walls and scale different things without any real difficulty. What the heck? Apparently I found my one weakness with Raziel.
Where do you think you're going, little soul?
Oh, I think I'm getting diffuse out of here. Hopefully I actually make it this time.
You can't escape.
So says you. You're a giant squid. I am the noble soul.
Raziel.
Okay, we're climbing all the way up to the top of this, as high as we can go. There we go.
Clever, Raziel.
How's that clever?
Indeed.
I'm just trying to keep my eyes out for shinies. Clearly he finds this amusing. Come on. There we go. There. No. Ah, shoot. I'm not doing well this time around, am I?
Where do you think you're going, little soul?
Hope this isn't going to be a reflection of how well I do throughout the whole rest of this game. I did well on Kain's part, but I'm just... no, Raziel's part is just for whatever reason. It's kicking my butt this time around.
Run faster. Embrace your destiny.
I am embracing my destiny. I'm embracing my destiny by getting diffuse away from you. Run, Raziel, run. Look out for shinies. We like to attach shinies to people's faces.
You will never escape.
I won't?
I grow tired of this, Raziel.
Really? Because I'm not. There we go. Impressive.
Clearly my escape had not been anticipated, or my benevolent master would not have expended such efforts to prevent me from going. And if my departure displeased him, then that was a victory, however small, for me.
Alright, so now we're out of the underworld.
In the spectral realm, water is as thin as air, putting this opening far beyond my reach. But once I found my way into the physical world, I might be able to swim up there.
Oh, nice. Give me the tome. So, now we've escaped. And as Raziel kind of says, our escape was not fully anticipated by our benevolent master. get out of here. We are clearly underwater right now. And yes, there's a lot of crying in this game when it comes to the spectral realm. Oop. Yeah. Stop it. Raziel, get back up this broken stairwell. We're trying to get out of this little watery hole. There we go.
This door would only open when fitted with an appropriate artifact. But to use such an object, I would first have to find a way back into the material realm.
I know. You can see down there, that's one of the bowls that will restore Raziel's. What it filled with, I don't know. We need to find our way back into the material realm first. I was looking for fish. That looks like the way out. Get out of my way. So let's go ahead and start climbing. Anything up here? Go from here to here. That's also another door that I can't open yet because I don't have the artifact and I'm not in the physical world. Nope.
At last, I discovered a conduit into the material realm. I would finally escape the spirit world and take one step farther from my tormentor.
Did you think to receive the same favors after your rebellion as before? No, Raziel. I have no need for you to enter the physical world, so no conduit will be granted. You serve me adequately as a wraith, and a wraith you will remain.
Uh-oh.
So, my restraints had not been removed, only loosened. I would not be held prisoner in the spectral realm. There had to be another way.
So now we can't, the conduits that we've been using up until this point to escape have been granted by the Elder God, and now we can't use them. So let's see if we can find another way.
As I emerged, I was granted a vision of what I would become if I did not escape the spectral realm. For these too were agents of my master, hunting the lost souls that struggled to escape the endless twilight of the underworld.
So you guys remember from the first couple games, the vampires that have entered and they've now become feeders of souls. This is what they are in this game. Very, very different view from what we've seen up until this point. Come back here, you. There we
My
go.
master's plan for me was ominously clear. Like these mindless hunters, I existed only to fuel him with souls, siphoning their energy to feed him and his wheel of fate. I had to break these bonds, while I still possessed my own will.
Dun 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 dun. So that's the Raziel's first level. Now we're back to Kain. Let's go ahead and finish these guys off and then finish off the episode. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and end off the episode here. In the next episode, we'll be going through the Seraphan Fortress with Kain and trying to find Mobius and get some answers for him. So I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching and take care.